Welcome to the first episode of Legends May Live, your gateway to the strange, the unexplained, and the downright eerie. I'm your host, Drew, and today we're diving into the mind-bending tale that blurs the lines between reality, time, and the unknown. Instead of giving you my life story, let's just hop into the strange stories we got for you today. Picture this: the vast, silent expanse of the Mojave Desert. A place where the horizon stretches endlessly and the air crackles with an almost otherworldly stillness. Now imagine you're on a late night drive through this desolation when something impossible happens. It's 1972. Two couples are on a road trip cutting through the Mojave Desert. There's nothing really special about this trip. It's a drive filled with laughter, stories, and the occasional eerie silence that kind of creeps in on you while you're surrounded by nothing but sand and starlight. But as they drive, the clear road and starry night begin to change. They noticed a peculiar fog rolling in, dense, heavy, and completely unnatural for the desert, or at least from their experience up until this point. They weren't fog experts, but they were pretty sure it's not inherently dangerous, just annoying. The headlights were enough to see a few yards in front of them, and they couldn't really see much past that or through their windows to the right or the left, but it wasn't a big deal. They were having fun, and they just slowed down a little and focused on the road ahead. So they kept driving down this long, straight road, and eventually the fog starts to clear. But when they could once again see the landscape around them, they didn't recognize anything. It was familiar, but different, which was particularly odd because they had been that way several times in the past. And then they see them. Odd cars zooming past. Cars that, as far as they knew, didn't exist. They had never seen those makes or models before. These weren't your typical 1970s vehicles. They were sleek, almost alien in design, with bright, glowing lights. The couples couldn't make sense of what they were seeing. Were they prototypes? Secret government technology? Or was it something else entirely? The tension in the car grew as they realized they were completely alone on this bizarre road. Strange cars didn't acknowledge them. They just sped by, and not a single one was recognizable. At this point, they started to panic. There was an eerie feeling that enveloped the car, like they were somewhere they didn't belong. Like they'd gone too far into the unknown. The driver decided to turn back. It was a tense, quiet retreat as they drove through the fog once more. And then, just like that, they found themselves back on the familiar desert highway. Once they were back to the familiar, they checked the time. Only a few minutes had passed, but the experience had felt like hours. They retraced their steps, trying to find that strange road or the fog, but it was gone, vanished as if it never existed. Over the years, they told their story to friends and family, but no one could provide an explanation. Some said it was a slip through time, a brief glimpse into a distant future. Others speculated it might have been a government experiment or even a shared hallucination. But here's the thing: the couples were adamant. They all saw the same thing that night, felt the same dread, and experienced the same impossible journey. So what do you think? Did these travelers somehow step into another time, or was it a brush with a parallel dimension? Could the Mojave Desert possibly be hiding secrets we can't even begin to comprehend? Or was there maybe just a leak in the car? Some fumes got in. Let me know your theories. Drop me a message on social media or leave a comment. And if you've had a strange, unexplainable experience like this, I would love to hear about it. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and remember, the veil between worlds is thinner than you think.